Hello students, my name is Dev Pundia. Nowadays we are going through this COVID-19 crisis, so because of this everybody should stay home and be safe with your family. And today, standard 6, chapter number 7, English grammar, words. Now I am going through the definitions of this chapter, and after that you have to complete all the exercises in your notebook. So, starting with the words. A word is a word used for denoting an action or state. It also expresses an action done by the subject. For example, Delhi is a highly populated city. Now we have three examples here. Now in these sentences, want, is and have are words. Like in the first sentence we have want, second sentence we have is, third sentence we have. So they tell us more about the subject, like Pete Sampras, Delhi and the Mehtas. Note, all sentences must have a word with a subject. So object of a verb. Read the following sentences carefully. The boy throws. What does he throw? The boy throws a ball. Cow eat. What do they eat? The cow eat grass. The child picks. What does he pick? The child pick his bat. Now the above sentences seem incomplete. We want to know what the boy throws, what the cows eat and what the child picks. Now the words throws, eat, picks need another word to complete the sense of the sentence. If we write the boy throws a ball, cows eat grass, the child picks flowers, then the sentence becomes complete. Ball, grass and flowers are the objects of the sentences. The object of a sentence answers the question, what? Now transitive words. A word which requires an object to complete its sense is called a transitive word. Such as, first one, the chief minister made an appeal. Rahul paints a picture. We read our books. Coming to the next page. In the above sentences, an appeal, a picture, our books, and the fourth sentence is Dipti ate apples. Now apples are objects. Hence the words in color are transitive verbs because each of them has its object. Now intransitive words. Some words are complete in itself. They do not require an object to complete the sense. Such words are called intransitive words, such as number 1, Maya sat down. Second, the stars are twinkling. Third, the child smiled. Fourth, I go to school. Now in the above sentences, the colored words have no objects but they make a complete sense. Hence, these are intransitive verbs. Now what is the note between this? Some words can be used both as transitive and intransitive verbs. For example, these plants grow fast. We grow roses in our garden. Now what is the words of incomplete predication? A word that does not give full sense but requires some word or words to complete its sense is called a word of incomplete predication. Now in this, words like is, are, am, was, were, will be, shall be, appear, seem and look are complete words. For example, he seems busy. Sanjay is a lawyer. Now in these sentences, the words do not require object to complete the sense. Verbs denoting action or possession can have objects. But these verbs neither show action nor possession. These verbs are called verbs of incomplete predication or incomplete words. The words busy, lawyer, satisfied and angry are used to complete the sense. They are called complements. As you know that a complement along with the verb forms a complete predicate. Now after that, auxiliary verb. An auxiliary verb is one which helps the main verb in the sentence to form tense or mood, such as I have done it. That is present perfect tense. Do I hate you? That is present simple tense. In the above sentences, have and do are auxiliary verbs because they help the main verbs done and hate to form tenses. Next page. Now these are the classes of verbs. Verbs are divided into two classes, strong verbs and weak verbs. Now these are the strong verbs. Now strong verbs are those in which past tense is formed by merely changing the vowel in the present form without adding ed, d or t. Now what is weak verbs? Weak verbs are those in which past tense is formed by adding ed, d or t to the present form with or without any vowel change in the word. Now these are some strong verbs for the present tense, past tense and past participle. You have to read it by your own and you have to write down these words in your notebook. And these are the weak words. You have to write down these also in your notebook. And now coming to the fact file and summary. A word is a word which says something about the subject. These points are important for the chapter, so you have to learn this point. All sentences must have a word with a subject. If we frame a question using a verb and the words what or whom, the word then answers the question is the object of the word. Now a word which needs an object to complete its meaning is called a transitive verb. A word which does not need an object to complete its meaning is called an intransitive verb. A verb that does not give full sense but requires some word or words to complete its sense is called a verb of incomplete predication. An auxiliary verb is one which helps the main verb in a sentence to form the tense or mood. Verbs are divided into two classes, strong verbs and weak verbs. Strong verbs are those of which past tense is formed by merely changing the vowel in the present form without adding ed, d or t. Weak verbs are those of which past tense is formed by adding ed, d or t to the present with or without vowel change in the word. Thank you.